Las caras lindas de mi gente negra son un desfile de velas en flor, que cuando pasa frente a mí se alegra de su negrura todo el corazón. Las caras lindas de mi raza prieta tienen de llanto, de pena y dolor. Son las verdades que la vida reta, pero que llevan dentro mucho amor. Somos la melaza que ríe, la melaza que llora. Somos la melaza que ama, y en cada beso que conmovedora. Por eso vivo orgulloso de su colorido. Somos betún amable de clara poesía. Tienen su ritmo, tienen melodía. Las caras lindas de mi gente negra.
Las caras lindas,
Lindas pero mira que lindas son.
las caras lindas de mi gente.
Tienen de llanto mucha melodía, te digo, Belén. Tienen belleza y también tienen poesía de la bien linda.
Las caras lindas, las caras lindas, las caras lindas de mi gente negra.
Carita linda de gente negra que da calma, tengo un montón. Las caras lindas de mi gente negra son un vacilón.
Las caras lindas, las caras lindas,
Qué lindas son.
las caras lindas de mi gente negra.
Como te digo, la melaza que ríe, que canta y que llora, y en cada beso bien conmovedora y cautivadora.
Las caras lindas,
Linda, 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 qué lindas son.
las caras lindas de mi gente negra.
Te digo que en Portobelo, Panamá, yo vi la cara más bella y pura, y es por eso que mi corazón se alegra de su negrura. Esa sí que es linda.
Las caras lindas, las caras lindas, las caras lindas de mi gente negra.
Suena. Qué lindas son. Negrura de la pura. Qué lindas son. A la lera, la lera, la lera, la lera, la lera, loquita.
Las caras lindas, las caras
Pero qué lindas son.
las caras lindas de mi gente negra.
Óyeme, pero qué bonitas son, lindas son, chulas son, bonitas son, lindas que son, lindas como tú verás, así son. Caritas lindas como aquella que te dije, son un vacilón, un riquito vacilón, por tu corazón, pódemelo. Para las caritas lindas de Lloren Torres, dile Mario. Qué lindas, qué lindas, qué lindas, qué lindas, qué chulas que son, bonitas que son, bien bonitas, chulitas que son, qué lindas son, caritas lindas, lindas, lindas son. Llévame. Lindas que son, pero qué lindas son, pero qué lindas son, lindas que son, lindas son. Componte. caras lindas, pero qué lindas son. Para todas las caras lindas de Latinoamérica. Pero mira qué lindas son las caras lindas de mi gente negra, son un montón.
Las caras lindas, las caras lindas, las caras lindas de mi gente negra.
Desfile de negrura de la pura que viene de allá abajo, las caras lindas de mi gente negra son un vacilón.
Las caras lindas, las caras lindas, las caras lindas de mi gente negra.
Me das a que ríe, me das a que ríe. Ay, que canta y que llora, y en cada beso, bien conmovedora, pero qué linda. Requete linda.
Well, good morning if it's morning, good evening if it's evening, and good night if it's night. And a big hearty salam alaikum to each and every one of you that's listening to us live or that will be listening to us in archives. Well, happy Monday, happy Monday. We've made it through the weekend, baby. Most of us are going back to work today feeling in some type of way, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Oh, it's okay. Let's make it work. Let's make it happen. I got to ask you. Did you, or did you not spread some water on your front door today? Did you speak to Elegua? Did you speak to Legba? Did you speak to all these wonderful entities so they can open up your paths for this coming week and, of course, this coming year because the new year is almost upon us. Guys, do you know that I, candelo Kimbisa, do yearly readings? Yes. You can get your yearly reading. Come on over to kimbisa.org and come and check us out while we do our month to month, week to week readings and find out how this brand new year is going to come out for you. I got to tell you, man, there is always something that goes on social media that I talk about and some people take issue with. Today's conversation was about people renaming or rebranding things. It happens to be a new cultural or spiritual thing that's going on. Mind you, I have nothing wrong with these new labels that people have planted on themselves. But I do have issue with the bad information. See, these days, people are calling themselves psychics and empaths. Mind you, they're calling themselves that. These are not attributes that were given to them by their superiors or by their elders. These are just names that people are giving themselves. See, back in the day, we knew people were spiritualists or dealt with spirit or ancestors. To say you just feel things for feeling them, or that this says this, or that I feel that, so it is so, it is a disservice to the spirituality and to the many spiritualists that came before us. See, spiritualism is based in ancestral veneration and is based on people that can see and feel and hear beyond the veil. There are many times when I see people calling themselves empaths and I say, well, shit, did you see that coming? Did you see whatever foretold in your immediate future? I was listening yesterday to a Facebook Live by Mambo Yanza, and it was a trip because she was speaking a whole bunch of stuff that I know that are true. I would like all of you to go on over there and check out her live from yesterday. So you can know what it is to be an Orisha. So you can know what it is to be a spiritualist. but most of all, so that you can stop naming and giving yourself brands and names that are not you. I often see a whole bunch of people on social media with names like Beautiful Disaster, names like Truly Forgotten, names like Forever Heartbroken. These attributes that people give themselves are more damaging than helpful. That's why it's better in this spirituality or in the spiritual realm or in this community to have someone else name you, so they can name you for your greatnesses, for your up things, or for your faults. I don't understand why anyone in their right fucking mind would call themselves Beautiful Disaster or Forever Broken or a broken prophet. Broken anything as attributing to a name will do more harm than good. Be careful what you name yourself. Be careful of these placards you place on yourself, because you don't ever want to be the forever lonely one, forever brokenhearted. These names and attributes that are given to you are divinely given. They are given to you by spirit. They are given to you by your ancestors. It is not a mood. It is not a mask that you put on. These are names that were given down from generation to generation. See, guys, you cannot, for the life of you, name yourself something that is hurtful. You cannot name yourself something that will forever stick to you. So for you people that are naming yourselves again Forever Lonely, or Miss Heartbroken, Miss Petty, Mr. Whatever, these attributes are so important. Find yourself someone. Have someone name you for your attributes, for the things that are good for you, for a lineage. Well, I guess that's all I got to say about that. Today is Cyber Monday, baby. When I come back, let's talk about Cyber Monday.
Mama ku, mama sa, mama ku sa, mama ku, mama sa, mama ku sa, mama ku, mama sa, mama ku sa, mama ku, mama sa, mama ku sa.
I see Miss Misty Salas has joined us from Misty's Mystical Sandals. Miss Netta has joined us. Mambo Yanza has joined us. J. Belle Marie has joined us. The Motown Witch, Mr. Obatala, on this Elegwaz Monday. Did you light a candle up to our favorite door opener and road opener? Did you sprinkle some water on that front doorstep? Let those spirits know that no negativity is going to come inside your door today. Turn it up now. I see people at the Motown Witch dancing. Turn that music up, baby. As a matter of fact, put this shit on outside door. Let them people know in Detroit that you are the place to go to.
Mosoma.
I see Mambo Yanza brushing it all off in front of all y'all, baby. Mr. Obatala holding his head up high. Miss Misty Silas is dancing along with us as she mixes her candles.
amuna yeye koma samakosa.
Miss J is dancing it up in the ambulance as her partner looks at her like she's crazy. EF still just joined us from some university in Boston. I'm just shaking up this old man booty. Wrinkles and all, baby. Miss Amber just came in the house. What's going on? Talk about it, let's be about it on this Spiritual Monday. Come on, girl. Remember to wear your whites this week, for Reach the World Day, as we wear white for solidarity in our community. I know they're listening to us in Conjure, New Orleans. At the Conjure Shop over there in Omaha, Nebraska. But nobody doesn't like Detroit, Michigan. I know Magical Lady Duchess is listening at MLD Dallas. Y'all better be getting down. It is the bald head wonder himself, Candelo Kimbisa, coming to you from Denton, Texas. Oh, y'all didn't know we had him like that around here. Money. That was Soul Makossa from Mano Di Bongo, baby. Oh, yes. It is Cyber Monday. And all y'all just finding ways to spend your coins. Well, baby, I've been pushing this for about the last month, and I ain't gonna stop now. Child, I know of at least 15 to 20 spiritual workers and entrepreneurs that are having sales today. They've been having sales all weekend. The problem is that you, my friends, are not buying from them. You're buying from big corporations. You're not thinking about the people who are serving our communities. Guys, I want you to go on ahead and check out these spiritual workers. Why would you pay full price for a reading today when you can get one from one of these spiritual workers that are actually doing cyber sales. Why would you pay full price for some candles? Why would you pay full price for some lovely brooms? Guys, check out these wonderful places, check out these wonderful things, and check out botanicalukumi.com. Yes, I did get some wonderful soaps from botanicalukumi.com. It is the place for you to get your soaps, get your herbs, get your makutos, get all that stuff. And if you order right now, okay, with the code Candelo, yes, Candelos, you can get, I believe it's a 10% discount on all their wares today. So check out botanicalukumi.com. Check out all these wonderful places. Check out my sister Ifai Bayu at Love Supply Botanica that's having a sale right now as we speak. Check out Mambo Yanza. Check out Misty Solace with the best goddamn candles I have ever seen. Guys, check this out. Let's support our communities as our communities support us. Now I want to play a little bit of music from the Ballet Folclórico de Trinidad with Mozambique y Pilón.
Vaya caracoles,
That was El Ballet Folclórico de Trinidad with Mozambique y Pilong. I hope you guys are enjoying this Monday, baby, because I surely am. I'm over here getting down and playing some old music, and hopefully you guys are enjoying what it is that we're saying and doing. I got to tell you, I got some more of Uncle Pookie's wisdom. Boy, he came down with a slam of the day, baby. A whole bunch of people didn't even like or share this one. But I guess they haven't liked or shared it because it is true. Uncle Pookie's wisdom. So you practice hoodoo and ATR or DTR. Too many claim to love the craft, but hate or chastise its offspring. If you know his father and his grandfather, you may trust his son. Now, what do I mean by that? Guys, there are so many people practicing ATRs and DTRs that don't pay homage to the offspring of these wonderful ancestors that brought us this spirituality. Chastise, hate, belittle, not giving anything back to the communities, or even giving praise to these people that have given us this beautiful or these beautiful spiritualities. I have often seen people who so-called practice an ATR or a DTR and ridicule the offspring, ridicule the children of, ridicule the neighborhoods that these wonderful spiritualities were given to us from. Or have that mindset of, I am too good for these people. Or for those people. I am often amazed by the amount of young women who have taken up these spiritualities. Each and every day, there's a new sister coming up there and proclaiming her womb and her magic and her spirituality again. But let me tell you something. Slowly but surely, these gangsters, these young men, these warriors that we know of, that we see each and every day, they are knocking on my door. They're trying to learn about their spiritualities too. Now think about it. When these hustlers, pimps, pushers, murderers, ex-cons come into one with their spirituality, they're going to be a force to reckon with. So you just wait on it, as my good friend Mambo Yanza says. You wait for it, because you're going to have to respect it. My name is Candelo Kimbisa. This is It's 12 o'clock somewhere, baby. I'm waiting for the great male awakening. How about you? I'll be right back.
Como soy tan chiquitico, todos me dan con el pie. Deja que yo sea grande, padre, y me sepa defender.
Como soy tan chiquitico, todos me dan con el pie. Deja que yo sea grande y me sepa defender.
Como soy tan chiquitico, todos me dan con el pie. Deja que yo sea grande y me sepa defender.
Como soy tan chiquitico, todos me dan con el pie. Deja que yo sea grande y me sepa defender.
Como si tan chiquitito, caramba, todos me dan con el pie, caramba. Deja que yo sea grande, caramba.
That was Lucas Brandoli and his Grupo Baracon with Chiquitico. Yes, sir, baby. It is Monday. It is Monday, and I am awaiting my spiritual father, my Crown's Day, which happens to be Chango, Cabiosile. Cabiosile, yeah, whoa, baby. His day is coming up. I'm going to do a little something for him at the house. I wish you guys could attend, but if you can't, you can always be here with me on Spirit. So on Wednesday, I am going to on Wednesday I'm going to tell a couple of stories of Siete Rayos and Chango. So I hope that you guys join me on Wednesday when I tell a couple of stories of Cabiosile, Chango, and Siete Rayos. So I hope that you guys find the time to join me on Wednesday while we take this journey and while we speak a little bit about my spiritual father and my crown. Today's story, of course, comes from The Adventures of High John the Conqueror by Stephen Sandfield. Tops and bottoms. Now that he was free man and every drop of sweat was his own, High John was able to turn his mind and body 100% to making his own life better and richer and sweeter. And as if the rains fell at the right time and the grasshoppers weren't too thick or hungry, John could urge more crops from a piece of ground than anyone else would have dared dream possible. John would never forget how it had been during slavery time, and he knew that although the laws had changed a lot of things, they didn't necessarily change everyone's heart. So when John saw that old boss had let a chunk of prime bottomland lie follow for 2 years running, an idea began to form in his crafty mind of his. He went to boss and told him that he liked to rent the land that was simply sitting there doing no one but the worms any good. Why, that's about the strongest piece of ground I own, said boss. I've been meaning to put some cotton in it, but you know how busy an important man like myself is. Of course, he really meant was that without a slave labor he couldn't afford to pay anyone to do it for him, and he certainly wasn't about to do it himself. But he continued, I suppose I can let you rent it out to you. If you have and you will take it, we can go half and half. Good. You get half and I get half. Of course, you got to take care of everything, all the way down to the seeds themselves. How's that sound to you, John? That's fine by me, said John. Just what half do you want? What do you mean, what half? I just want half of the crop. Boss, I understand you want half, but I'm just asking you, what half? Do you want the top half or the bottom half? Boss, let that penetrate for a moment or two until he appeared to understand the question. Then, still thinking about the cotton, he said, I'll take the top half, and I'll take the top half of the crop. All right, boss. You take the tops and I'll take the bottoms. We got ourselves a deal. Before the buds were fully formed on the poplar trees, John was out there plowing and turning the soil. And as soon as it was warm enough, he had the seeds in the ground. It wasn't long before the fresh young shots were pressing through and reaching for the sun. And right there beside them was General Green. That's what folks called all those weeds and grasses that just seemed to grow up all by themselves. But John was there too, going up and down those rows, hoeing out all the uninvited guests that were taking care of everything else that needed to be taken care of. Round about the end of June, High John went to Boss and told him, "Partner, we got ourselves a mighty fine crop. Yes, sir, a mighty fine crop. I am wanting to know what you're going to do with your half." Boss was surprised because it was early for cotton to be ready. He went to John to have a look at the crops, and when he saw, there was more than a surprise. He was astonished because there was a single cotton plant right in sight. Instead, it stood rows and rows of twining green potato vines. Now, said John, "what do you want me to do with your tops? I'm kind of anxious to cut these greens because I want to get them started digging up for my potatoes." Old Boss stood there with a gate for a while. Then he began to huff and puff and couldn't bring forth a single word. Finally, he stomped on home, fuming all the way. But a man can only fume so much, and once the boss stopped fuming, he started scheming. So next year, when the winter was about to give up in the space to spring, and John appeared to ask about renting the bottomland again, Boss was ready for him. At least he thought he was. "So, do you want the tops or the bottoms again, John?" He chuckled with assurance of a hen who just laid the perfect egg. "That's right, Boss. That is acceptable to you." "Oh, it's fine with me, John. But this year, I will take the bottoms, and you can take the tops. Just make sure to bring me a good crop, as you did last year." "I'll try, Boss. I'll surely try. As a matter of fact," chuckled John, "there ain't no reason in the world why we can't do even better this year." John set out to plowing and pounding, and when harvest time came, you could hear the crops rustling and the whispering in the evening breeze from long ways off. "We did it again, Boss. We did it again," exclaimed John as he showed Boss this year's bounty. "Why, I believe I'm getting 40, maybe 50 bushels of wheat an acre. And that's going to leave you with a mighty heap of straw. A mighty heap of straw. Now, what you say you wanted me to do with your share?" Boss didn't. He just huffled off, fuming across and cursing his in the way because John had tricked his ass again. This time he fumed long and schemed deeper. So when John came around to see about renting the field, Boss knew he was ready. "Which half do you want this year?" asked John. "Well, John," said Boss, "you fooled me once, you fooled me twice. But not even you can fool me a third time. This year I've decided that if you want to work the land, you have to give me both the tops and the bottoms." John didn't respond right away. He stood there quietly and closed his eyes. Then he started scratching his head and wrinkling and crinkling up his face and sneezing out ideas out of his skin. "The tops and the bottoms," he finally said. "But, Boss, if you get the tops and the bottoms, what will be left for me?" "The middles, John, the middles. That'll be your share. Take it or leave it." "Well, that's going to make it real tough for me. But it's take it or leave it, I guess. I don't have much choice." "I'll take it," said John. "I've got him this time," thought Boss. "There's no way he can best me this year." It was late in the summer. The days were at their hottest, and John bought Boss to have a look at the crops. Boss was flabbergasted. All he could do was stand there and shake like a dry leaf on a winter's tree. You see, High John hadn't planted cotton. He hadn't planted tomatoes. And he hadn't planted wheat. What he had planted was a huge field of corn. And there they stood, stalk after stalk, 6 to 7 feet tall, each one holding half a dozen or more jumbo ears of corns. "Well, Boss," John laughed, "you got yourself a heap of stalks and tassels. But for the like of me, I can't figure out what you're going to do with it all. Myself, I like corn the best." Old Boss had a lot of words this time, but they tumbled out in such a jumbled so jumbled that John couldn't understand a single one of them. He watched Boss trampling home, shaking his fists in the air, cussing and fussing at the sky as if he hated the whole world. High John the Conqueror didn't ask to rent the land again. He suspected Boss would never agree to another deal with him. Besides, after 3 prime crops in a row, John didn't have any further need of Boss's fields, or anyone else's for that matter. This story comes from The Adventures of High John the Conqueror by Stephen Stanfield. Do yourself a favor. Pick up this wonderful book. Read it to your children. Read it to anyone that will listen. I am Candelo Kimbisa, and this is It's 12 o'clock somewhere, baby. I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Birendoki. Oh, yeah, yeah. Birendoki. Matarisa si viramundo. Birendoki. Oh, yeah, yeah. Birendoki. Oh, yeah, yeah. Birendoki. Matarisa si viramundo. Birendoki. Oh, yeah, yeah. Birendoki. Oh, yeah, yeah. Birendoki. Matarisa si viramundo. Birendoki. Oh, yeah, yeah. Birendoki. Oh, yeah, yeah. Birendoki. Matarisa si viramundo. Birendoki. Ambe. Cuenten doquito, en doqui bueno, en doqui malo. Cuando yo mira cara, yo mira pa' ti nada más. Cuentan doquito, en doqui bueno, en doqui malo. Cuando yo mira cara, yo mira pa' ti nada más. Cuenten doquito, en doqui bueno, en doqui malo. Cuando yo mira cara, yo mira pa' ti nada más. Cuentan doquito, en doqui bueno, en doqui malo. Cuando yo mira cara, yo mira pa' ti nada más. Cuando yo mira cara, yo mira pa' ti nada más. Cuando yo mira cara, yo mira pa' ti nada más. Cuando yo mira cara, yo mira pa' ti nada más. Cuando yo mira cara, yo mira pa' ti nada más. Cuando yo mira cara, yo mira pa' ti nada más. Cuando yo mira cara, yo mira pa' ti nada más. Si Centella me lleva yo va, si Centella me lleva yo va, con licencia de usted Sarabanda. Si Centella me lleva yo va, si Centella me lleva yo va, si Centella me lleva yo va, con licencia de usted Sarabanda. Si Centella me lleva yo va, si Centella me lleva yo va, si Centella me lleva yo va, con licencia de usted Sarabanda. Si Centella me lleva yo va, si Centella me lleva yo va, si Centella me lleva yo va, con licencia de usted Sarabanda. Si Centella me lleva yo va, Guardia Congo, Centella me lleva yo va, si Centella me lleva yo va, con licencia de usted Sarabanda. Si Centella me lleva yo va, si Centella me lleva yo va, si Centella me lleva yo va, con licencia de usted Sarabanda. Si Centella me lleva yo va, va con licencia de usted Sarabanda. Si Centella me lleva yo va, Guardia Congo con licencia de usted Sarabanda. Si Centella me lleva yo va, va con licencia de usted Sarabanda. Si Centella me lleva yo tormenta.
vine pa' ver,
Suerte munda la tormenta.
Vine pa' ver.
Oh, suerte munda la tormenta.
Vine pa' ver.
Caca, suerte munda la tormenta.
vine pa' ver,
Suerte munda la tormenta.
vine pa' ver.
Sentéate en un banco que caben dos. Sentéate en un banco que caben dos.
Sentéate en un banco que caben dos. Sentéate en un banco que caben dos.
Sentéate en un banco que caben dos. Sentéate en un banco que caben dos.
Sentéate en un banco que caben dos. Sentéate en un banco que caben dos.
Tumbe, sentéate en un banco que caben dos. Sentéate en un banco que caben dos.
Sentéate en un banco que caben dos. Sentéate en un banco que caben dos.
Sacongo, sentéate en un banco que caben dos. Sentéate en un banco que caben dos.
Sentéate en un banco que caben dos. Sentéate en un banco que caben dos.
Fin del mundo yo voy a caminar. Fin del mundo yo voy a caminar. Si viento me lleva yo voy a caminar.
Fin del mundo yo voy a caminar. Fin del mundo yo voy a caminar. Si el viento me lleva yo voy a caminar.
Fin del mundo yo voy a caminar. En fin del mundo yo voy a caminar. Si viento me lleva yo voy a caminar.
Fin del mundo yo voy a caminar. Fin del mundo yo voy a caminar. Si el viento me lleva yo voy a caminar.
Si viento me lleva,
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 Yo voy a caminar.
si viento me lleva.
Yo voy a caminar.
Pero viento,
Me lleva.
pero viento,
Me lleva.
pero viento,
Me lleva.
pero viento.
Me lleva.
Viento me lleva yo a Centellita,
Viento me lleva yo va.
a con lucero,
Viento me lleva yo va.
a con licencia,
Viento me lleva yo va.
Sarabanda,
Viento me lleva yo va.
a con licencia,
Viento me lleva yo va.
madre de agua,
Viento me lleva yo
a
va.
con licencia,
Viento me lleva yo va.
Mitatandi,
Viento me lleva yo va.
Guaría como,
Viento me lleva yo va.
Centellita,
Viento me lleva yo va.
a con licencia,
Viento me lleva yo
de
va.
todos los fumbes.
Viento me lleva yo va.
Viento está virando para el sur, ¿quién lo lleva?
Viento está virando para el sur.
Centellita,
Viento está virando
arriba
para el
mundo
sur.
abajo suena,
Viento está virando para el sur.
a lo pongo,
Viento está virando para el sur.
Centellita,
Viento está virando para el sur.
¿quién lo lleva?
Viento está virando
Arriba
para el sur.
sube y abajo suena,
Viento está virando
mucha manteca repunan bemba,
Viento está virando
abre
para el
puto
sur.
los wirindinga,
Viento está virando para
escucha
el
mambo
sur.
que bien boa,
Viento está virando
chiquita
para el
me
sur.
está llamando,
Viento está
ay,
virando para el
empuje
sur.
son mi confianza,
Viento está virando para el
pele
sur.
con Tommy en combo,
Viento está
ya
virando
va
para el
tiempo
sur.
lo más que rato,
Viento está virando para el sur.
que me lleva,
Viento está virando para el sur.
que me lleva,
Viento está virando para el sur.
Como deja que venga la tormenta, soy matojo,
Deja que venga la tormenta.
soy matojo,
Deja que venga la
como
tormenta.
soy matojo,
Deja que venga la tormenta.
soy matojo,
Deja que venga la
anda,
tormenta.
soy matojo,
Deja que venga la tormenta.
soy matojo,
Deja que venga la tormenta.
soy matojo,
Deja que venga la tormenta.
soy matojo.
Deja que venga la tormenta.
temporada, tumba todos los palos menos laure, como lo tumbo yo,
Temporada, tumba todos los palos menos laude.
como lo tumba yo,
Temporada, tumba todos los palos menos laude.
como lo tumba yo,
Temporada, tumba todos los palos menos laude.
como lo tumba yo,
Temporada, tumba todos los palos menos laude.
como lo tumba yo,
Temporada, tumba todos los palos menos laude.
Temporada, temporada no me tumba a mí,
Temporada,
la temporada no me topa a mí,
temporada,
la temporada no tumba palo, la temporada no me topa a mí, la temporada no me topa a mí,
temporada,
la temporada no me tumba a mí,
temporada,
la temporada ya no tumba yo, la temporada ya no tumba palo, la temporada no me tumba a mí.
ayo, ayo, que me lleva,
ayo, ayo,
centellita,
ayo, ayo,
el toqui bueno, el toqui malo,
ayo, ayo,
que me lleva, arriba el Congo que me lleva, arriba el Toto y abajo suena, son 21 más 21, mucha manteca repunan bemba, abre puto los wirindinga, que me lleva, que me lleva, que me lleva, All right, that was Luca Bandoli with his Grupo Baracón with Centellita and Doque.
Well, guys, it is coming to the end of the show. I sure enjoyed having a talk with y'all today. I sure enjoyed spending part of this Monday with you. Remember, today is Cyber Monday. Remember to check out your spiritual stores and your spiritual connections. Buy within your community, baby, because the money stays in your community. Remember that one hand washes the other and both wash the face. Remember to do something for people that do something for their communities. As always, may all the egoons and shadows that accompany you have all the necessary light. From where I, Candelo Kimbisa, sits, that's it. See you Wednesday.
Que me engañes más, no implores más, no me busques más, escucha este consejo, no vuelvas a engañar en el mundo jamás. Ay, 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 como ayer, como ayer, como ayer.
It's 12 o'clock somewhere was brought to you by botanicalukumi.com. Misty's Mystical Candles, Conjure New Orleans, themotownwitch.com, and Kimbisa.org.